Alright guys, so give a thumbs up on this video if you have been here. You enter a trade, it starts pulling back, and all of a sudden your chest starts feeling tight. Your hands are sweating and all you want to do is close this and try to escape the loss. Panic sets in, logic goes out the window, and boom, you've just sabotaged another setup. Let me tell you something real. Panic has ended more trading careers than a losing strategy ever will. But it's not permanent. You can train yourself out of it, and I'm going to show you exactly how. I remember those early days, staring at the charts like it was life or death. Or secretly over leveraged and you're second guessing everything. Every red candle feels like an attack on your soul. Now, it's not just about the money, it's about the control as well. And when you feel like you've lost that control aspect, your body kind of goes into a danger mode. But what you have to remember is trading isn't life or death. It only feels that way if you don't have a system, a plan, and a mindset that supports you. And trust me, I've worked with tons of clients who have felt the exact same way, including myself when I was in that position too. Until they learned to take the active steps to rewire your whole thinking process for trading. Let's break it down. Here's why when you panic, a trade 99% of the time starts going against you. There's most likely no risk plan. You're unsure what you are willing to lose, so that unknown brings fear. You're most likely over risking, so you are trading too big, and that potential loss is hurting you emotionally. You probably traded with not a definite plan. Maybe you don't have a stop loss in place, target, or you are unsure if this trade is even valid anymore. So you're in limbo with exactly what to do in this situation. Lastly, you are attached to the outcome of the trade. You are so desperate for the trade to win, where you should just be focusing on whether you have executed the best that you have possibly could. At the end of the day, it's fight or flight. Your nervous system sees the red candle and says, we're losing something valuable, we need to escape now. But what you need to do, and what the professionals do, is you have to plan your loss, plan everything before you even decide to enter the trade. So here's what the pros do differently. They expect losses. They understand that trading is a numbers game and not a perfection contest. They control risk before the trade even starts. They're not hoping and praying. They are executing with rules and a plan behind that. They zoom out and see the bigger picture. One trade means nothing over 100. They don't freak out over a red trade because they trust their edge and their specific process. And lastly, the most important one, they detach their emotion from their trading. Of course, emotion will always show up, but they are disciplined to how to handle that the right way. So if you panic easily, here's what to do. Make sure that you define your risk clearly. You should know how much you are okay with losing before you even hit that buy or sell button. Use proper position sizing, guys. Do not risk more than you can emotionally tolerate. And even if your edge, even if your system says it's okay to over leverage a little bit more, please stick to the rule of 1 to 2 to 3% max in a single trade. Even start with a smaller size. Trade small until you become not as emotionally reactive, and then you can scale everything up slowly. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Make sure you follow your rules. Make sure you have a written plan. What's your entry? What's your stop? What's your target? What would make you potentially close early make sure you have that all written down. Detach from the outcomes of the trade. Focus on the process. Result does not define the quality of the trade. As long as you executed properly and did everything in your power to make sure that trade was going to go the way that you specifically wanted it to go, you did your job. And lastly, such an underrated one is journal every single trade, especially if you are starting your journey or you're finding yourself unprofitable right now. Log how you felt, write down how you felt and maybe why you panicked and what helped calm you down and the review of the trade in general. This is emotional training because trading is 90% mindset and 10% skill. And like the gym, the more reps that you do over time, the stronger you become. If you keep panicking every time a trade starts moving against you, you'll never build consistency. But if you train yourself to trade calm, trust your plan, and execute like a professional, this is where trading gets fun. That's when you start winning more than you lose. More importantly, that's when you finally stop self-sabotaging. I've helped many traders go from emotionally reactive to steady, composed, and overall in control. Some have taken on exactly what I've said and have built their mindset and system, whereas unfortunately, others do have to learn the hard way. Get greedy, over leverage, let emotion and greed get the best of them, and boom, they lose a significant portion of their account. And all I get to say is, I told you so. So I think I know exactly what guy you need to be, and I know that you know who you need to be. And I'd love to help you conquer your trading psychology. Once you conquer that, all you need is the skill under your belt, and you're ready to knuckle down and create some spectacular results. As I've said, trading is 90% mindset and a 10% skill set. Drop me a message. Let's build that confidence together. Remember, your next losing trade is just part of the package. Let's get it.